never dated a foxy lady, this is the second best thing you can do. You can go stay at a fox house in Freeport, Maine. It's an Airbnb. You can actually book this. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. I critique properties. I sell mansions in LA. Let's get the show started.
Today we're going to be taking a tour of this one-of-a-kind gem, the 𝗕𝗃 treehouse. Definitely one of my favorite stays so far. Let's go check it out. Today we're in Freeport, Maine at the 𝗕𝗃 treehouse. This is a one-of-one unique space, truly incredible.
Okay, so it's in Freeport, Maine. We're going to look at the housing data over there later on, but let's look at the property. It literally looks like a fox. They've done a really, really good job to make it look like a fox. They've used copper, different color shingles. It's got the ears. It looks like a fox. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wow, our house kind of looks like a dog or an owl, and you're like, babe, should we turn our house into an owl house? Don't do that. Just don't do that. Your wife's not going to sleep with you for a very long time. This was built for an Airbnb, not as a primary residence, okay? This is very niche or niche, whatever you want to call it, okay? First thing I noticed is that there's no driveway to the house. So you got to basically park your car far away and then just walk this walkway to the property, and you're in the middle of a forest, right? Like a very green and lush. So far, so good.
I found this place on Airbnb. Sometimes I just go through and see if there's anything new, and this one popped up brand new. I thought I had to come here. Well, the next day, the host reached out to me. It's like it was meant to happen, so I said, yes, of course, I just found your place. It is so cool, and now I'm here in May, and this place just blew me away whenever I arrived here. The property is really private and tucked back into the woods. You'll park your car and you walk down the path that leads to the 𝗕𝗃 treehouse. They leave a little wagon here for you, and I put all my stuff in, and then you arrive, and it is massive, way larger than what I thought it was. It's about 500 square feet of living space, but from the outside, it definitely looks exactly like the head of a fox. This place looks incredible. You can see the snout, the windows, the eyes up above, even the ear windows. It is perfect, and they two-toned the cedar siding. The front is the lighter coat, and of course the back is the darker coat, just like a fox's head. The copper roof goes right along with it, and even the windows match with the tone of the fox. So the front windows are white windows, the back windows are brown windows. And here's a drone shot at night. It kind of glows up through the windows, and it looks like a fox peeking through its little burrow or something. I don't know, it can't be any cooler or better than this. It actually towers over you whenever you're standing down here at the bottom.
All right, so it's perched up. I think the reason they did that to kind of elevate it so it would look more like a fox if it's elevated above the ground. But that creates a little bit of annoyance that, you still got to take a lot of stairs after walking such a long way from the, parking lot or whatever driveway. Then you got to take the stairs as well. So again, I think it's more for optics that they've perched it up, because I don't think they really had to. But it makes it more like a fox. Again, with Airbnbs, the number one thing is your photos, right? That's what people click on, and you got to have that present. So if it was flush to the ground, it just wouldn't have that majestic feel. We've talked about it in the channel. If you're a subscriber, I've always said sometimes you put steps to perch a property up, give it more prestige and elegance. In this case, you got to move the head up for it to look like a fox and, for it to stand out.
25 feet in the air. I-beams are holding it up. Very clear underneath it. And also down here on the ground, they leave a fire pit here for you, a grill. And one of the cool parts about this property is we're right next to a park, and they leave a little trail that leads right to the park. I did a little bit of it. I was walking around, there's boulders, bridges, rocks everywhere. And I looked at the map. There is a ton of trail systems here that you can just directly access to. So that is a huge perk of this property if you're coming here. The other part is just the beauty of this 𝗕𝗃 treehouse. So we'll walk around back now. We'll walk up the steps. It leads right up to this deck area. Trees all around you. A couple seating options out here. The trees are growing right through the deck, and this is where your door is at. The door is blended right in with the side of the fox head. I'm glad they did that and not having the door just stick out randomly, and they just have a regular door and they put the cedar shingles right over it. Such a great design. We'll walk inside. The interior is just as beautiful. It's about 480 to 500 square feet on the inside, so I'm going to consider it a tiny house, even though it's all open. It feels pretty spacious, and the interior design is top-notch. High quality materials were used everywhere. We'll just start right here in the kitchen space.
So the color palettes are spot on. You know, this forest green, white, wood, orange for the fox, and the copper. It just goes really well. I mean, the attention to details is ridiculous, right? I have to tell you something. This might be really obvious to you guys, but I have to say it because I know some of you guys are like, ooh, foxy, you know? Staying in a house that looks like a fox, you're not gonna feel like a fox, okay? I know it's very obvious, but some of you guys are like, ooh, foxy, I'm gonna feel like a fox. Let's go stay there. No. Don't think that way. Staying in there, you're not gonna feel like a fox, right? So you gotta pay attention. It's like, what the hell am I doing? And it's a tiny house. It's a small house. You know, you're probably gonna spend a lot of time outside, but the interior space laid out pretty well. The kitchen is open. It's a small kitchen. They've got benches, you know, a little breakfast nook over there. But overall, the aesthetics, the vibe and the energy of the inside is warm, which goes really well. I really like the forest green they introduced on the interior to bring a little bit of the outside inside. Very cool. Very, very cool.
This kitchen is all along this wall. They used the green cabinets, very fitting for the theme in here. You'll see everything is themed. Fox, green, copper, themed everything. I love it. So the cabinets are green. The cabinet handles are fox heads, which is really cool. I don't know where they got these from. And then countertop, there's an apron front sink right here. There's an induction cooktop on this left side with a vent hood, easy to cook or make anything, and then a microwave/oven down here below. Floating shelves above, Fox coffee mugs, of course, and then your refrigerator on this right side. And inside, they leave some eggs, some butter, and some milk, all from a local farm here, which is really cool and nice to leave. Back on the dining table, custom made along with the bench that wraps around on this side. Really a good size for this kitchen, fits well, and that sums up this kitchen space. Now we'll walk out of that and into your living room space/bedroom space. Right here in the middle, we got the couch, faces a small fireplace over here with a couple other seating chairs. Nice place to just sit at. Behind it, we have a record player and a dresser to store some stuff at. And then right in the snout of the fox head is your bedroom. Bed fits in the middle perfectly. This is a custom built bed frame, and there are nightstands on both sides. Even the lights are themed with the fox whimsical fairy tale aesthetic.
All right. One of the main things I did not notice here is shades, okay? Now, you could probably very easily put shades on these windows. I love how open it is. Your bed is in the, you know, the nose of the fox, but you get a lot of natural light coming in. And then you have like the eyes of the fox and the ears of the fox coming in and bringing natural light. But none of those upper features have shades, right? That means, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning on your vacation where you're staying in there, natural light is going to come in. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go have a foxy time with my lady, stay up late and have fun and sleep in, good luck with that. You're going to have a lot of light coming inside, and that's going to be annoying for an, you know, Airbnb stay over here if you want to sleep in.
There's windows all around this. Very cool. I love this. You can
see, this is what I'm talking about. There's no shades over here. Good luck, you know, finding a shade that would fit here. And that's going to be annoying.
Fan on in here as well. If we take a look up at the ceiling, you can just see the intricacy of this build, all the angles, the metal brackets. It is a post beam build, it looks like. So you got these huge wooden beams everywhere. Metal brackets is what's holding it all together. So such a cool build, and I'm sure it was fun to design and probably pretty difficult. Off of this living room though is your bathroom space. So through this door, I am a huge fan of this Gothic arch door. I've only seen it in one other place, and that was the cave house video, if you remember that one. But
I have a video on that one. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. I have the cave house, pretty cool property. Check that one out. It's really cool.
Here's a Gothic arch door right here, and at the top they left a little fox emblem right at the peak. Love that little detail. We'll walk inside and we have your bathroom space. Dark green color with the wood fits with the aesthetic. Toilet here on the left side. Tiled shower and bathtub.
Look at this. What can we learn from this? I'm going to count till 3. What is the lesson in this frame? 1, 2, 3. Color palettes. Look, they've used gold or, you know, copper, brass, you know, shower heads and everything, which gives that orange of the fox. And then you got the green and the golden. None of them are really expensive material, but they absolutely nailed the palette, the vibe, and the energy. Really, really cool. I think mega mansion builders could learn from this house because, you know, they've executed the vision to perfection, and I really, really admire it. It's just, you know, subway tiles in a vertical pattern, but it's nothing crazy fancy. None of it is really expensive. But from the, you know, light features and the colors and everything, it's just so appealing to the eye that makes you want to go stay there. And, you know, that's what you want. If you're an Airbnb host, you want to make it very appealing for people to come, and they've nailed it.
Gold faucets. There's plenty of shower head options. You can either do the one on the wall or the waterfall one above you, or take a bath. This is a really large bathtub if that's your thing. And then there's the vanity up against this wall. Really cool wallpaper, gold accents, the lighting, huge window in here as well. They leave it pretty high up, not just a typical window. It's high up in case so you can't see anything from down below. If you're looking up, there wouldn't be anybody looking up anyway. They were really far back in the woods. But just a nice little feature there. And that is this bathroom space. We'll walk out of this now, and over here off the kitchen is the ladder that leads up to the loft space. So climbing up this ladder, it's pretty tall. Open up this gate, very high quality metal. There's a magnet that lets the gate stay open once you get up here, and we're in the ears of the fox now. It's separated into two little cubbies. This first one is a small bed with a nice bookshelf on this right side, huge windows over here on the left side.
Yeah, this again, you know, you're gonna have a lot of natural light coming in without the shade. In the morning, you're gonna wake up super early. That's one of the very few flaws I've found in this property.
The host was telling me that they were searching on Facebook Marketplace for building materials. They saw these triangular windows. The host had a dream that night that these triangular windows were used in this fox head treehouse in the dream. So that's how this all came to be, and truly incredible. It's tall enough to stand very easily up here, but when you walk through the other one, through this little hallway, you have to duck through it. This door is just a utility closet, so we'll walk past it, and now we make it to the other ear, which is the other cubby. It's just the exact same flip-flopped bookshelf on this left side.
Great use of space. You know, they could have put another single bed there too. They probably have an air mattress somewhere in the storage, so if there are more people, could, you know, set it up as another sleeping area. But you can easily have a family of four, you know, husband and wife in the nose and the kids in the ears, right? It works. It works. It's beautiful. It's very well done. Just great use of space.
So there can be more than two guests sleeping here. If you have some children, maybe they would like sleeping up here, but primarily made for couples with that bedroom downstairs. And that sums up the entirety of the copper foxhead treehouse. The details everywhere are beautiful, from the walls, the ceiling.
All right, let's take a look at Freeport, Maine. Let's look at the housing report. Now, I've created 𝗖𝗹smart.ai to do analysis on my own. You can also go check it out. Look, the blue line is the current market. It's a stable market. By November, the algorithm predicts a 10% market improvement for buyers with 50% confidence. So the purple line is the forecast, and you can change the forecast and see different forecasts for different months. Here's the mortgage rate predictor. We're forecasted, and this updates, you know, a few times a week. And it's right now is at 6.5. It's forecasted to go down by 1% by July of next year. And if you want to jump into the details to see why we're having this forecast, the algorithm takes 30 different housing indicators: supply, demand, unemployment rates, you know, mortgage rates, CME forecast for mortgage rates, and give us forecasts based on that with a degree of confidence. So you can look at the housing data. Crime is A+. Household income is actually not bad, 900,000. Higher education, there's a lot of educated, maybe a university somewhere around there. These elements are helping prices to go up, and these are the declining factor. What's really alarming here is that inventory is up 150% compared to same time last year, 250% compared to last month, and median days on the market is up 468%. So you can see the algorithm is really picking that up. And it's giving us a 10% market improvement by November of this year. Check out 𝗖𝗹smart.ai. There's a state level, is for free. You can kind of try it out that way.
Fixtures they used, fox themed everywhere. I think they did a really good job, and the kitchen is nice and comfortable. I didn't feel like this was just a thrown together thing that a lot of like unique Airbnbs sometimes are. This was thought out, really well built. Definitely a craftsman did it.
Guys, I was just editing the video. They totally dropped the ball on a couple items. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to guess it. 1, 2, 3, a jacuzzi. You need to have a jacuzzi. Like this, you're gonna get bored in the woods at something. Jacuzzis really help Airbnbs or swimming pools, but I mean, I think jacuzzi in this case is more realistic. It really helps to, you know, some sort of an activity while you're staying there, because it's a small space. You're gonna get tired of walking the woods, and then you gotta have things to do, right? And I think the other element that they missed out, they could have really put in like a kid's obstacle course in the woods. There's so many trees, zip lining. There's a lot of opportunity there that they could have added. Now, they've probably just launched this Airbnb, so they could do this later on as the income comes in, and they could, you know, invest in other stuff. But tell me in the comments if there's other stuff that they could have done to this property made it better, okay? So I like this fox house, but there's the cave house. He also did a tour, and I'm going to include a link to his channel. I really like his channel. It's pretty interesting properties he tours. They're different, and I don't feel like he oversells it. He's talking more about the experience and everything. If you want to check out that video, the cave house video is right here. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care.